Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. This is Daddy G, and tonight we're all participating. Teen G, Little G, Mama G, and myself. We have our top 5 tips for beating Granny. Now, you're going to want to watch this video to the end because at the end, I'm going to give you my number 1 tip to beating Granny. So stay tuned. Let's hit it. Alright, let's jump right in. But first, don't forget to like this video, give us a subscription, and ring that bell because you're going to love the content coming up. Anyway, tip number 5. Practice mode, practice mode, practice mode. You're going to want to take advantage of the practice mode in Granny. All 3 of them, I mean, it's there for a reason. You know you want to play it. Honestly, it's the easiest way to learn the game. You need to know where things go. You need to know what keys you need. You need to know what items you need to get the keys, where the hiding locations are, where you can get away from Granny and Grandpa. All this is information that you need. So you gotta start out with practice mode. Always. 1, 2, even 3 runs if you have to. Check it out. Learn the ropes, drop your items where you would normally drop them if you were, staying away from Granny, or if you needed to stock them up and you didn't want to use them right away. Just play it like you would play the real thing, but you don't have the danger of Granny or Grandpa coming out and getting you. It allows you to really delve into the specifics and learn the game. So that was tip number 5, practice mode. Up next, Teen G is going to be bringing you tip number 4.
Hi, this is Teen G bringing you tip number 4, learn the AI. What does that mean? Well, it's simply this. Learn how Granny moves, what attracts her, what route she usually takes. It's the same with Grandpa in Chapter 2 and 3. Learning the AI is critical to your success. In Granny Chapter 2, for example, we know that the Iron Maiden attracts both. So, a good strategy is to trip it and run behind the half wall on the other side. You can peek around and watch them go into the room to investigate, then you go to the other end of the wall and head upstairs. There are several other ways to attract them to certain locations, which leads us to tip number 3. I will hand it over to my brother Little G now so he can explain.
Hello all, this is Little G. I want to talk to you about tip number 3, maintaining control. You have to control the situation. Do not let Granny and Grandpa dictate what you do. Instead, you dictate what they do. Like my sister said earlier, attract them to where you want them. Then you can get around them and do what you need to do. Find the items you need, lure them into traps so you can shoot them, or just lure them to one location and move around the other direction. Now, my mom, Miss Mama G, will take it around to number 2.
Hello folks, this is Mama G. I'm going to bring you tip number 2. Don't take huge risks. Obviously, risk is a part of the game, but don't bite off more than you can chew. Dropping items just a little closer to their assigned use is preferable to trying to go all the way and getting caught. Remember this, slow and steady wins the race. If you are going too fast, you may forget where they are or if they are spawned back in. Slow down, take your time, and plan accordingly. Now back to Daddy G for our number 1 tip.
Thank you, Mama G. Welcome back, everybody, to Daddy G. And this is my final segment, and it's what I promised you. I told you if you stuck around to the end, I'd have a great tip at number 1. So here it is. Tip number 1, without further ado, play Granny like Call of Duty. And I know you're saying to yourself, huh? Well, here's the situation. When you're in Granny, if you've got a weapon, it's a first-person shooter. Period. If you don't have a weapon, you still need to play it like a first-person shooter. You need to look around corners slowly. You need to sidestep. You need to do all the things that you do in Call of Duty to make sure that you get the first shot off rather than the enemy. And especially in Granny 3 where you got Grandpa with a shotgun. You got to be able to shoot him before he shoots you. So, get into that mentality. If you haven't played Call of Duty, try it out. If you haven't played as a first-person shooter, get one. It's going to help you get into that mentality and help you survive. In my last video, I know you saw that crazy close call I had. If I hadn't have been on it, I would have been dead. So, there you go. In action. Well, that's all for today, folks. We had our 5 tips. I hope you enjoyed them. Comment down below. Let me know what your favorite tip was. And, well, keep watching because we got more coming. Subscribe, like the video, give that bell a ring so you know when we upload new content. And we'll see you in the next video. Remember, stay G.